Yeah, you got him already. Oh, I don't know if this was that one right here. Because I don't know if he switched it. Because I had ordered this. But this was... No, I went back to the 29th and it was the same. It was the same? Yeah. This is what I ordered for the 10th. I don't know. That one. No, I didn't see it, so I don't know what. But sure. Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, this is for the 12th. This is the one for... There's second night. Oh, these two different ones? Or, no. Okay.
What's good? We in the building. Yeah, Darshan. Listen, when my money was stole, I automatically knew it was a test. I said, no, somebody I said, the spirit is trying to test my peace. I'm like, it's not gonna work. I don't even care. I don't even care. Are we on the phone with Baby D, my little brother? He was asking me about a job. You gotta understand, when you're dealing with people every day, it's a full-time job not to knock somebody's head off. It's a full-time job. We was on the live the other day with Marlo. We was in here getting bars off, but this is my little brother Darshan. He telling me somebody at his job getting on his nerves. And listen, when you're working in team sports or in group environments, there's always going to be a mini manager. You have to ignore them or reaffirm them that they have a job to do and you have a job to do. You're taking care of your job. What's good with DS3? We in the building. We just going live, just talking about that Tyreek Hill situation. Little Puerto Rico, Canelo fighting. Man, you gotta know the law. Like, those police officers were clearly in the wrong. It did not take that many police officers for a traffic ticket. A police officer does not have the right to pull you out of your car at no point in time. That's against your Fourth Amendment right. Unlawful search and seizures, especially when you're inside of the capacity of your own vehicle. Even as a United States citizen, because that's one of the first 10 Bill of Rights. No unlawful searches and seizures. The man was on the way to the game. If you don't know who he is, that's your fault as an officer, because him getting paid for the Miami Dolphins is a state's there's in the side of the state of Florida, they're their own nation, Floridians. That team accrues money for the state so that the police officers can help do their job. So you must know who he is. Not knowing who he is doing a disservice to your state and doing a disservice to you as an officer, because he makes it possible for your salary to get paid indirectly, because people who are drinking and driving, going to the game, you catch those people and blah, 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 blah. So in turn, him having a game indirectly pays your salary and quotas because you arrest people. That's your job. But when you step outside of your gig Once again, Darshan, it's all about emotion. When the man said, "Don't knock on my door," he felt some type. I don't care if you're a Latino man, Asian, all police officers. When you become a police officer, you're not the color of your skin anymore. That's what makes it racist, because you're a foreign entity stopping somebody from commerce. And that's when it gets tricky, because now I'm talking about commerce, and it's just like, wait, what? As I'm saying this, an attorney is hitting me right now saying your attorney has registered you to receive reminders for an office appointment on September 16th. So yeah, like, you have to know the law, and knowing it, listen, even when you know it, they be mad in the courtroom, or because my man's a police officer. They don't want you to know you have rights. They want you to be democratic, communist, socialist. All of these things are the same. All of them. It's all everybody working as one. And that's not what everybody does. Baby D. Maybe he went to work. Yeah, like, you gotta know this. Oh yeah, no, you good. I was just explaining to him how, like, being in your emotions, it don't matter the case. It matters. You know what? I'll read it to you, blood. When you say amen at the end of a prayer, this is what you're saying. This is the law of amen. You were made in a likeness of peace that nothing can disturb. Reclaim your peace, that you may attain your reason for coming into existence, the enjoyment of life. Here's the reasoning. Here's the reason why you should do that. If in truth it is our nature to be at peace in situations of challenge, then the only thing we need to do is ignore our emotional reflexes that come up in such situations. So that they say you got to ignore the explosion that you want to have on dude. You got to ignore that. That's not peace. It says, what is the point of suffering and destroying our health and performance abilities if we can be at peace? Especially when peace in situations of challenge leads to enhanced intuition, meaning knowledge, and spiritual power. You see what I'm saying? If you never read that from an African standpoint, how do you know to achieve that? You don't. You could just read it from a book that's going to tell you in a way where you will have to study. But when you study African culture, they tell you off rip through stories. Like, hey, listen, instead of doing it this way, fighting, use truth and logic and reasoning, and leave it at that. You don't have to argue that. See, listen, it says, I live expecting neither gain nor loss, pain nor pleasure from things I need in life, because my nature is essentially unconditioned. Meaning, nigga, if you made in the likeness of God, that makes you a God. It say it in the Bible in Psalms 82, 5 and 6. And what does God want? God doesn't want anything because it got everything it needs. The supreme being has everything it needs. So why would you expect anything? Just be at peace, and then it'll, whatever you need will come. And this is what they're saying. That which is myself has no dislikes, no likes, preferences, or predetermined emotional thought responses in situations. You see how you call was like, man, I'm a snap. When you say that, that means you are gonna snap. You're supposed to be like, you know what? He not about to do nothing, and all I'm gonna do is go to the top every time he bother me. I'm gonna just, it's gonna make me go to the top. And watch you go to the top. See, it's all about how you respond. Like, that's what I used to, when niggas used to say shit to me and do shit, I used to just go in the basement and lift weights. Niggas like, how the fuck you get so big? Because every situation, I use it as fuel to lift weights. And then here go the last truism. No one knows my name, neither men nor gods. No one has seen my face, neither my father nor my mother. I was before the first time, and I shall be beyond the last. Who you think that is talking? Nigga, that's the God in you. Nobody knows my name. Then nobody, when you understand that's the hidden consciousness, that's what Amen is. The hidden consciousness of the Nib-Er Te'er, which is the Lord of the uttermost limit. That's what the supreme being turned into, then became the hidden consciousness, which is Amen, then became consciousness and will, then became energy / matter. See, if you don't know that, bro, how do you know anything of the supreme being? That's the where I'm at with it. That's why it says nobody knows. The mother and the father is the supreme being of the Nib-Er Te'er of Amen. Nobody, but all of those are one and the same, because without the supreme being, you don't even get consciousness. So all you got to worry about, Darshan, is being conscious of what's going on around you and knowing how to respond with peace. That's it. Be conscious and aware. Consciousness means awareness. You just have to be aware of what's going on around you and be at peace. That's it. Knowing how to maneuver, knowing who to call. Like when you call me, hold on, let me call Ernest. Let me call somebody over Ern, the prophet. When you call me, I'm going to give you what prophets do. I'm going to give you knowledge and understanding to make you profitable. That's just being at peace, bro. Because this ain't nobody pulling a gun out or doing nothing. This is nothing. This is just a small test, as above, so below. This is a below test, a small test to help you get to the above, my nigga, to help you elevate. That's it. Because listen, because the nonsense is, the fuckery has to be there. How do you claim your title as the God, as the Amen? How do you do it if you don't have no test? You can't get nowhere without a test, bro. You don't. How do you become a champion? When you go against the best, whoever is at the highest of the playoffs. Each playoff game is a test. Each game in a season is a test. At that present time, for you to get to the playoffs, those are the smaller games, the below games, the small test to get to the playoffs. Then that's the medium small test to get to the championship. That's the game. Now you at the top. Now it's time to, you know what I'm saying? That's when the real is there. If you were a squad that need to get to the playoffs, that's your goal. Once you get to the playoffs, now you know you there. Win or lose, now you know you there. You must build on that. That's all it is, bro. Dude, doing that, you the newest nigga, you the newest guy.
Yeah, and I ain't got the same
That's your test. This is your regular season test. Once you get past him, then it's going to be another test. That's the playoffs. Once you get past him, you standing right next to the head coach. Then once you get past that, then you the head coach. Then that was your test for high school. You might NFL coaches be looking at you. You might get big. Dude, the reason why they brought up Bill Walsh, because they might compare you to him. That remind me how he running this special team. That remind me how Bill Walsh did it. And then now it was an NFL coach saying, "Oh, I like how you did that." And then we was talking about how Bill Walsh, and now they comparing you to him. So that's what you have to focus on. That you can't focus on cuz. See that's what Satan set Sebek. That's what that wants you to do, is trying to say, no, focus on cuz, fuck the top. He focus on this little nigga right here, and you get a battle going with him. No, blood, you already passed him. You're not from St. V. He from St. V. You're from Buchtel. He knows you're from. It ain't got nothing to do with you being black at this point. It's about where you coming from, what you doing, how you moving. That's when, Darshan, I realized that racism is in the mind of the ignorant, because when you get to a certain level, it's just all about right and wrong. That's it. And when you know right, ain't no arguing. It's just time to work. And then that's what's going to put. And see, now, when I put myself in a situation at the crib, I ain't got to talk. My work speaks for itself. The things I do around the house speak. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to say nothing to you for the fact that, and even when it comes to the bro Aaron, when niggas get to talking about being little bro and big bro, I'm big bro. I'm big bro because when I open the African book, I know how to control my spirit. I don't care if you Grandma Edith, if you Daddy Al. Those things only mean something in the physical world. But when you become knowledgeable of God itself and you can explain it, you the big bro. That's it. Ain't no talking. Once we open up the Bible and I start asking you questions in this Bible, if you don't know them, it's time to shut it down. If you don't want to shut it down, you damning yourself. You know you don't know it. At this point, any type of emotional anything, you wrong. It's about right and wrong. So at that point, when I'm telling you, hey, this is in the Bibles, it's in the Qurans, the Torahs, the Tanakhs, it's in the Egyptian books of the dead, it's in the hieroglyphic walls, it's in the Hinduism, it's in every culture. If you don't know that, then you don't know it. I'm not here to argue about what you don't know. I'm the messenger of God, the prophet. I'm here to just let you know that's not how it works. Now, you can be mad at whatever you want, but it doesn't work like that mathematically, logically, truthfully. It doesn't work like that. It's all about being at peace. When you at peace, you automatically come into, listen, when the police came and pulled out the guns, if I would have gotten my emotions, I'm dead. Right then and there, you gone. Ain't nothing to talk about. That's a test. That was my Super Bowl. That was my Super Bowl. Hey, Troy, Hamza. I was Hamza at that point. Hey, the spirits want to test you. You about to go through something. You're about to get tested. Now, either you can get in your emotions and get your brains blown out, or you can shut up, talk calm, do what the police say, and then come back and tell your brothers, hey, the police book, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. It's true. I can say that. I can say it. Nobody can tell me what I can't say at this point, because I've proved it through actual things that are written down. No, they listen. Hold on, Darshan. Not hold on, but somebody's asking a question that has to do with what we're talking about. My man Risky said, did they read you your rights? They never read me my rights because they were under reasonable articulate suspicion that I was about to commit a crime, doing a crime, or had already committed a crime. So they were showing up to see if that was on point first. So once that has been done, they were supposed, once they handcuffed me, they were supposed to read me my rights. They didn't. They were nervous. They waited till they corroborated a story of coercion. Then he came back and tried to read me my rights when I was being unlawfully detained. I told him, I don't care about the right you're reading me. You've already violated me. I've pleaded the Fifth Amendment. I plead the Fifth. Go have a seat. He said, oh, you pleading the Fifth? I said, yes. He went and had a seat. So that's what I'm saying. Pleading the Fifth in a situation at a regular job would be just shutting up and doing your job and listen. Here's another example. I was a CNA, a certified nursing assistant, right? I had just got off. I was the only CNA working that day on a whole room, a whole patient floor. And if you ever been a CNA, nurses do not like to do patient care. They think they above it. So when I'm about to get off at 7 a.m, some dude gonna say, hey, no, you gotta come. We need to check these rooms and make sure this is right. Cause you like to, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't just not do this. Soon as he tried to come and act like I was messing up, right? Within a couple days, he was fired from his job by because he was falsely putting vital signs down on the charts. You see how you just gotta shut up? Like, I ain't even say nothing. I just did what he asked, got and walked up out of the jaw and be like, man, niggas be really tripping. I should have, and I really wanted to say something to dude. I didn't say nothing. You know why? Because I already knew it was clown talk. There was no need to argue right then. You keep the words minimal with these niggas, blood. You already know that by the time you get to talking anything too right, they're going to get in their emotions. They're going to flip Bishop. It's going to be your fault because.
She said, she asked me. Yeah. Because that's what time I was coming in around like 9. But it wasn't nothing like that. But she asked.
And at the end of the day. Checking them, but I ain't saying like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, she making a whole big argument, but it's the list still got here on time. What's the big deal? When the list don't get here, or they switch it, man, what's the difference? It's still they wasn't here. They moved them. It wasn't like they came in the morning and then we had it, then they moved them. I was saying, like, they want to argue about certain stuff, but when I told them, like, oh yeah, I had all these lists that he just changed. Oh, okay. Like what she did the one time, it was the day before. Right. That's what I swear. And I swear that lens, I didn't see that lens. See, this is my little brother. And this is my little brother. He literally called me. He like, bro, I know you be going through dealing with mad. He's seen it. Like, this is my biological, but he's seen it. Nigga about 5'10", 280. Like, then this is why I be having to tell, because my little brother Darshan, he will slap you. Like, he not little. I'm 8 years older than cousin. No, blood, you at work. I'm on the live, nigga. This is how I do my lives. I use them to teach and talk about things going on. Because at the end of the day, When you're competing to be the best at all times.
Like, cause she could care like, that's how you said this how when she did me to with Julie.
See, that's why I'm gonna have to explain him how to handle that at work. When you want to handle that, you get everybody in a group. Yeah, so like this is the problem. Like when you're getting pulled over by the boys and stuff like that, bro, you gotta know how to respond. Like there's lawful things that you say in the corporate world. Like when you're in the public, that means corporate. Let me see if it say it in my paperwork. Just realize Haney versus Jose Vargas is a perfect matchup. They both coming off crazy beatings. That is a good fight, K-Rob. Darshan, it's not D. It's not really weird. It's just the fact that when you're in a woman dominated, is it a woman? Yeah, you listen, Darshan. You're working in a womanly dominated field. It's gonna be hard for you, bro. She is correct. She is correct. What she's saying is correct. That is how you do it. You have to label, date it, initial it, time it. That's why I love texting. I love texting a nigga because
they want to bother me, but all the nurses and shit quit around here. I ain't saying nothing enough for you.
And Darshan, every time, listen, they're gonna be on you because you sound like you're the only Negro man in that bit. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you need to be the supervisor. Because these problems wouldn't happen when you put a man in this position. That's just a fact. You're in a womanly dominated field, bro. I was a CNA for mad years and a home health care aide. Like, they don't be really knowing what they doing for real. Listen, Darshan, one of the best things to do at work, I'm telling you, bro, is just to not, when somebody come to you with some nonsense, it's just to be literally look them in their eye and be like, I don't understand, and I don't know what you're talking about. And if you could wait till like maybe, you know, a little bit before I get off work, and we could talk about it amongst the group of managers and supervisors, we could get it straight, and then that's it. Because talking to somebody one-on-one, no, have a supervisor there. That's why when the police stop you, hey, can you get your supervisor? When you call a bill collector and they be on the phone, can I talk to a manager? That's the corporate world. People don't even realize that. Anytime you call somebody on the phone for something, man, put your supervisor on the phone. They have to do it. So the police is the same. That's corporate law. Public mean corporate. So it's just like, no, blood. Like when she said label and do all that, yes. And then when anybody want to talk to you about anything, I would suggest you say, could you get a manager, please? Get the supervisor so we could all talk about it. I want to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing according to company policy, politics, policy, law. And that way, when a nigga doing something wrong, now they looking stupid. Yeah, can you go get the supervisor? I want to make sure I'm following company policy with all with the parameters. You know, just go get them real quick. And then when they go and get them, then they're gonna have to explain the situation. If the situation is a minute, foolish situation, they're gonna look crazy. And then it's just gonna weigh on them. And you need to apply for a supervisor position if everybody quitting or some shit like that. I don't know how you do that, but get on that. Because some of these positions that people be in on the chessboard, they require some type of, somebody delegating things to you. And that just kind of can get old because everybody think they could delegate to somebody when I'm not. I do something completely different from you. Let me do my job. Dude said you right about. He said you use your kindness against law enforcement to hurt them. Yeah, you use your kindness against anybody. In fact, it's in the Egyptian story when Heru was fighting Set, the son of God was fighting Set because he killed his dad. He kept fighting him in war and damaged his own eye. Not till he stopped. Listen to Tehuti, the divine will. When he listened to Tehuti, and Tehuti said, that's not how you beat the devil. It's not how you beat Satan. It's not how you beat Set. You beat Set with facts. There's no need to fight. You just keep telling the truth. That breaks niggas' backs, bro. No, nigga, you cool with everybody because you cool with the God in you. And that's how you really handle that when you on the job, D. Like, anybody want to talk, you want to talk with somebody over them around. And then if it's something about something you did, initial, especially in a hospital, time and initial everything. I've been doing this hospital work. Yeah, like, because then people could come back, like she said, when they come back, hey, no, right here, I time initial dated it. What are you talking about? Whatever the case is, I don't know. I left the evidence that I was here. I signed. Goodbye.
Only thing, so we switched out. So the lady at the other office makes the schedule. I'm the one that makes it and pick the ones that's here. So they short staff over there too. So so basically she ain't even been getting the day. Like, so basically she got to get the lens ready for tomorrow, today, like the day ahead. So she ain't even been doing that, and then we gonna have to stay over and stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm not about to stay over because this lady got the whole 8 hours to 10 hours, and you ain't getting one schedule done.
Once again, it's somebody, Darshan, every time you call me, it's about somebody trying to get you to do their job.
Man.
But that was the last John. No, blood, I'm not the fall guy. I'm sorry. Yeah. You gotta do your own work. And that's why, and if that's the case, you just gotta simply say, hey, listen, when I said it already, I have a job to do. It's gonna get done. She has a job to do. It is not my job to stay over. But if you guys would like to pay me an extra $5 an hour, so no, we can't do that. Well, then I can't stay over. That's business. This is a business. I can't do it. I'm sorry. And walk out. And you're not sorry. I can't do it. You got to find somebody. Get a lens cleaner. I got to go. And then be out of there. That's it. Contractually. You get paid to do a job, do that job. He said, K-Rob said, but you right about checking your emotions when pulled over on the highway patrol. Tried reaching in my car, taking my keys. I had to pull a Hamza. Yeah, like, first of all, my little brother Marlo told me when you when the police pull you over, all these are actual laws. You have to present your identification. You don't have to give it to them. It just must be presented. That's it. Once it's presented, you only have to crack your window down a little bit. That's it. All this other extra stuff, it doesn't need to be done. You don't have to do it. Now, if they do anything outside of that, you are to let them do it. You don't fight them or nothing. You know, I'm not. Listen, I've been arrested at gunpoint. Just me. Listen, when the police arrested me and tried to put me in cuffs, he took my elbow, put it straight up in the air before he did it. He didn't have to do that. My hands were already up. He could have just took my wrist, pushed it down, pulled it down to the ground, pulled my hands behind my back. I did jujitsu, so I don't resist. I'm unreal strong. So when he put my hand behind my back, he jacked my elbow up in the air first. I'm like, sir, what are you doing? I'm a peaceful private American. That's unnecessary. When I said listen, this when I really knew that the police have trigger words. Everybody has a trigger word on their job. When he jacked my arm up, I said, sir, what are you doing? I haven't resisted, and I'm a peaceful private American. He literally took my arm and gently put it behind my back and handcuffed me. And I was like, right then in my mind, since I was calm, I said, oh shit. They respond to certain words when you say them on the body cam. Because when you say, I'm peaceful, remember, that's constitutional. Liberty, peace, and the pursuit of happiness. And when you're disturbing the peace, you get your ass kicked by the boys. But when you say, I'm peaceful, they gotta treat you as such. If you don't know that, you about to get your brains blown out. It's that simple. When you go to jail, if they ask you questions and you say under duress, they say, no, we're not being forceful with you, sir. See, if you don't know these words, how do you know what to do? You never read them. If you don't know this is the thing, Darshan, you should start reading your company policies of your job and stuff like that, going over it in your spare time. Like that way, when somebody open their mouth, you could just be like, that's not this. It doesn't do right. And then they done. They done. You deaded them. They deceased now. That's why in the Egyptian book it says, if a deceased man reads this, he will have the knowledge to come forth by day. How, if you read, you can't read nothing when you dead. Exactly. So they're not talking about, even in the Bible, when they say he made a lame man walk, pick up your bed and walk. Yeah, he gave him knowledge. He gave him knowledge. That's knowledge is the power. This is like, but then when you read the book, yeah, he brought a nigga back from life, from death. No, he gave a man knowledge. That's what brought him back. He didn't bring a dead man to life. That doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It's cap. You didn't do the knowledge to understand that they're talking about a parable. Knowledge is power. So when you got the knowledge of how to deal with officers of the law, they're not the law. They're officers of the law. It's like being in the state of Ohio. It's not Ohio. It's the state of Ohio. You get it? If Ohio is a place, then what place is the state of Ohio? Okay. The police and United States citizens and Ohio state citizens No, actually, citizens of the state of Ohio. That's how you have to say it. They are, all the police are in the same jurisdiction. That's a fact. And that's what I was talking about on the boxing voice today. Like, a lot of people say Americans, and they keep using that. You're not an American because you're born in the United States. I don't know why people keep saying that. You're not an American because you're born here. An American is a government. It's a federal government doing business as. So when people say we're the American people, you not them. Stop saying, niggas got to stop saying you're a United States citizen, a corporate fiction entity. So when the police pull you over, it's because you're doing business in the state that you're in and in the United States. And they want to tax you for doing the business. The moment you get to run in their mouth, they're going to want to kill you over this little tax money and do all of that. Once I became free from those things, I wasn't liable. Now I'm in court talking about them. And that's just a fact. And niggas don't, that's why I be like, no, I'm not Troy DeMond King. I'm not him. It doesn't matter what you say. I don't have, when the last people who came and got me, the CSI, I didn't even argue with him. I just was talking to him, making him give me information by talking to him, playing with him, because I'm drawing information out of him by giving them information about who Troy is. Troy has laws and things on his name. Yeah, blood, you got to have your license ready to show them. Stay calm. Be polite and smooth. You don't have to have your license ready. You don't have to have a license because I'm not a driver. See, that's the thing. People don't know these laws. I'm not a driver. I'm a traveler in my car. I'm not a driver in a vehicle. These are really words that people use, and that's what gets you arrested. I'm not a driver. I'm in a car. This is my own property, and it's outside the United States property. It doesn't matter what you say. So if you want to tow it, if you want to do anything, I'm coming after you and yours, your family shit. And that's why I don't even drive my car, because you will get pulled over for having. Listen, it don't say you have to have license plates. You have to have an identifying plate on your vehicle. You have to have something to identify you. It doesn't have to be a driver's license or a state ID. It doesn't have to be that. Now, can you get into certain places without that? No, because they're not going to recognize you as an American. You're foreign. Listen, it don't even matter. You can argue it all you want. I didn't try to go in several federal buildings. They will not let Americans in there. It is what it is. I'm not part of the Moorish Temple of Science or none of that. I'm not a black or Moor. Those things don't exist. They don't exist in these books. So no, I'm not none of that. I'm a divine being. And I got an identification card. And that's the thing. I was in court and they kept asking me, well, if you're not Troy, you can't talk for him. We need some. Well, no, I have a legal name and a lawful name. And when I gave her my American State National ID, she looked at it and said, oh, lawful name. So evidently it means something. It means something. And that's all I'm stating to my bro, to you guys. You got to know the laws of boxing. You got to know the laws of your job. You got to know the laws of everything you dwelling in, because are you really doing it at the best capacity if you don't know the ins and outs of your own gig and the policies of your job? So that way people can't be on your back about silliness. And when they're understaffed, that's something that they're going to have to figure out. You're going to start having to hire more people. All this educational, hey, blood, y'all not really doing nothing in these jobs that require this type of education that y'all making people go to school for. Am I lying, Darshan?
No.
All right. That's what made me not even like college. Man, unless you being a surgeon, and listen, a black man was already a surgeon without going to college. Mos Def played the movie. He played the part in the movie. They made him a doctor. I'm not mistaken, it was from Baltimore. And it was during that time where they was on blacks behind, but then another white man took the time to teach him how to do surgery, and he did it, and then he just knew all of it. And he was trying to test out in school, and it was like, no, we can't do it like that. He was like, well, no, just give me the test. I could just test out. It was like, no, it doesn't work like that. So yeah, that's it, Darshan. Like, nigga, have the divine vision to see where you gonna be and not let nobody disrupt that. And to get there, you must do it peacefully. I'm not saying let nobody put their hands. We know the real, but on these little jobs with these people who are not, they just, it don't matter if it's football or your job. You dealing with it day by day, and this is not the cause of adversity. Is not the cause of your failure. Adversity is not the cause of your failure. Spiritual growth is. You must spiritually grow by being at peace in all situations. Diet, anybody. And it's just about the truth. If it's not the truth, then it's not to even be taught. Hey, blood, is that the truth? Then I need the truth. Not your truth, the truth. What actually happened. If you lie about it, it's on you. That's it. But yeah, don't let them niggas ruin your peace, bro. Niggas be trying to ruin mine. So like, when you call me, just know I had $40 here. I just got done listening to niggas say all I do is sit on the couch all day. I don't do nothing. I do this. Just eating their children who know nothing. And it's like, why would I even get mad? Just even respond to some children when the food that they eating coming out of my pocket. Like, but all right. But in a house of men, it's time to learn a lesson. There's nothing you can say to me. Hey, y'all, hit my Cash App, blood. Is y'all tripping? But yeah, blood, like, that's all. Like, you really just want to be, and you got to have patience. Patience, respect for yourself, be quiet, and know what you're talking about. So that way, when you do say something, it has nothing to do with you going back and forth with that lady. It has something to do with company policy. That way, you don't even have to discuss it. That's why when niggas argue with me and tell me, you over here judging, I just open the book. It say right here, hold on, let me grab it for you. Law 31 and the 42 laws of Ma'at. I have not judged hastily. Only God can judge me. In the Bible, you are the God. My name ain't Troy Bunny, man. It's Hamza. It says, hail, thou God of faces, who come forth from the city of Chaphet, or the Tet, or the Jed. If I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Because the Chaphet is in the Metal Nectar, Volume 1, in the glossary. And it's a symbol for something. Yeah, so that's it, Darshan. Like, you really just got to be patient and be at peace, because these are the tests that you need to get to any level, blood. That's the world is here to test you. And when you keep passing tests, nigga, then you in a different space.
You know me.
Yeah, we here to bag shit. Like we not here to be. Ain't nothing to even. But I get where you coming from. I don't want you to think I wasn't in that position one day where I wanted to. And you know, I done worked many jobs and people doing me crazy.
I'm doing the whole issue out. Did the patient get canceled? No.
There's nothing to talk about. Why are you complaining about nothing? Yeah, there ain't nothing to talk about. You out of there? Hey, listen, I get it, blood. You gotta grow.
Try something else. I'm tired of being at work on every day. That makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense, blood. It's just the fact that that's why. Listen, blood. Ask if you tired of being at work all day. Ask the God in you for the knowledge and wisdom to get the revenue so you can get your people out of the dirt. Listen, believe me. Be careful, because with come knowledge, come great tests. Man, I had a woman literally act like I was doing her all types of crazy right when we was about to get married and skip out the door, steal my engagement ring, do all types of shit, blood. Nobody had my back. Nobody. What's good with Ryan Thompson? Yeah, like people done did all types of stuff. What's good? Hit them cash apps. My man Risky said, is that why you not working a 9 to 5 because you becoming an entrepreneur, black excellence? No, I'm not working a 9 to 5. Hold on, before we get to that one, it says K Rob said, I saw the video of the cop telling his partner he's good and proceeded to whoop dude while offering a fair one. Dude never swung back. Yeah, like that's what it be. They think they could do what they want. And that's the thing. When you don't swing back because they got guns and you don't want to get your head knocked off. You don't want to let them kill you, because if they gonna kill you, they gonna kill you. So you might as well listen. If it's your time, it's your time. So ain't nothing you could do. The situation is gonna play out how it play out. But all I could say is be at peace and protect yourself. And listen, I ain't never came crazy at the police. I almost got killed for my knowledge. K Rob said, would you scrap in that situation? His partner was on standby, reffing in it damn near. No, I'm not fighting no police officer. Cause his officer is there with a gun. Like I'm not that. I don't listen, bro. I box. Police officers cannot fight. I haven't seen one police officer that can scrap. And then I'm not working a 9 to 5 because I'm blind in my left eye. I'm disabled. And even through that, Social Security be acting crazy. Acting like I'm not disabled after a doctor told him I'm disabled. Well, Social Security is saying under today law, UK, man, shut up. I don't want to hear that about that. I don't want to hear about your law. You don't have no laws that tell me what I can do. That doesn't make any sense. There is no law that you got that's telling me, oh no, you could do this and you could do that. No. That's not a thing, bro. It's not a thing. Like, this is what my little brother is saying. Like, hey, blood, give me something, because these folks is tripping. Listen, bro. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. We all know it, but then we forget it and act like it's not a thing. It's a thing. If you partake in the misery, now you're lowering yourself to misery when it's just a fake emotion. It's fake. It's fake. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. These white folks at work looking like what this Negro laughing at. My nigga Hamza with the bars. That's with the truth over delusion. Yeah, we don't do delusion on my channel. Like, we just tell the truth and shame say. Shame the set. Shame the devil, as they say. Tell the truth and shame the devil. That's why they say it. The devil is Set, the deceiver. Now, Set is, well, he's not the opener of the way. That's the lawyer. Anpu. Opener of the way. Listen. What time you off work, D?
I think I like 4 more cases to go.
Oh.
I'll hit you back.
Oh, no, you good, though? Everything? Yeah, no, but before you get off, bro, I understand what you know, the shit you talking about. You know I do. But, you know, just be at your peace, Darshan, because, you know, all they going to do is call the police on the king. So, like, just be at your peace, whether it's at work. And then the last thing what I've understood is you don't have to give people that masculine energy. That's what feeds the fire. You just keep your energy for you and then just iron it out in your own mind. Talk to yourself and then leave work, go to football practice, have fun. Don't even worry about dude. Have fun. You getting paid to do something you love, nigga. I was a personal trainer to teach boxing, nigga. There was no complaints until I realized I was good as I was and I needed to make more money. And then once they didn't want to pay me that, oh, well, then I am done, I guess. You can't afford to pay me. Your gym got best gym in the Bay in 2023. And I was the guy who did that for you. Hey, listen, I got to go. But that's it, Darshan. It's good. It says, oh, you not with the girl from the... What is you... Nigga, she hasn't been around in years, bro. You not with the girl from the pandemic anymore. No, we were engaged. She got up out of here. Listen, when somebody tell you, well, I don't know you, but I'm gonna tell you how Hamza works. When somebody says, hey, listen, if you want to marry me and we want to do this, you must become Muslim. I said, oh, no, listen, that's not a problem. I'm going to study Islam, and then I'm going to take my Shahada. I'm going to see what it's about. Listen, the moment I opened the book and read the first chapters of Muhammad, I knew what Islam was about. I closed the book, started telling her, took my Shahada, and then once I got on my deen, as they say, she didn't want to do that. Listen, somebody who brought me to Islam as a woman, an opener of the way, an apuwa, because a woman can be an opener of the way for you. She is your helpmate. Period. She helped me get to the point, and then when I got to the point, she turned her back on her spiritual practice and her duty as a woman in society. Period. It don't matter what you say, because the Harappa civilization was a Kushite civilization. Period. And Kush was owned by Nubia, which me and my people are Nubians. I've done the research. So no, I'm not with her, because she liked me better when I had multiple women. She liked me better when I kept the pressure on her. Now that I've understood that, I must have multiple wives. I have to. Any woman that even thinks she gonna deal with just me, listen, it don't matter what nobody say. I'm modeled. I'm a 10. I'm modeled for a company that people be box raw. We all know that. Once you a model, you a 10. And listen, the lady who picked me to model was the part owner of the company, and she's a photographer, a professional one. So evidently, she thought I looked good enough to wear the clothes. So yeah, nigga, it's common sense. I look good on my hood. I'll start putting on my homies, the Aaron Coleys, the Prentice Brewers. I can't share all of this. I can't have it all. So yeah, it's like, Darshan, you know your worth, bro. Don't even trip. When you know your worth as a man, you tell the truth, and hey, blood, I gotta go to work. I'm not about to argue with you. I gotta go. I gotta go home and chill. I'm about to go to the gun range. I'm about to do this. So that was it, blood. Call me later. Let me know how practice turned out.
Oh, I got you, bro.
All right, one. Love you. Yeah, blood. Like, it's all about life, bro. You either grow together or you grow apart. Stay strong, brother. No, listen, you only grow together. Or you have to listen. In the story, when they chopped his body up, he was dismembered. He had to be remembered. that's the part. I just put you in a bag. We didn't even play the intro. I just put you in the bag. That's why they say he was cut up into 13 pieces. You have 12 cranial nerves in the pineal gland. The pituitary gland is away to the pineal. He was dismembered. He had to be remembered. And his members had to be put back together. That's what I'm saying. How are you supposed to know that? How are you supposed to know that if you never did the work? How are you supposed to do that if you don't know the work? You know what I'm saying? You don't know it. You don't know it. You know what I'm saying? So even with Canelo and Berlanga, like we was talking about,
ladies and gentlemen, it's that special
have your emotions in check, or you get that pack check at the airport when he hits you with a left hook and make you take off on a flight, and the trash is gonna be with you. In Puerto Rico, we call it basura.
Say what I want, no glucose, no sugar coating. I break it down. I do my history, plus I'm the truth and I'm super.
We're gonna call it basura.
Plus, I stop you. I'm talking about literally. Me and my shorty so dope, see the chemistry. Work for what we got. Hustle hard or not. Y'all can never take this energy. Nah, writing on the wall.
See what I'm saying?
Half of it, I don't let you see. The shades on, dog. Nobody coming after me. It might be an actual casualty.
I know that you mad, cause I got my own clients, tell ain't got that bag. You know who I'm talking to, cause boy, I beat your ass. I see you mad, I got that bag. Yeah.
It's an hour in. We just playing the John. Last time I've been to Ohio was in 2019 for my brother's wedding. June 19th. Juneteenth was the last time I was up in there. You see what I'm saying? Hey, listen, bro. At this point, she was just a test for me to reclaim my peace. You know, people claim that they be claiming, but they claim wrong. Listen, I opened the Quran and it said people will say they know Allah, but they really don't. They just capping. They're really non-believers. And listen, when I experienced it with actual Muslims who was claiming to be Muslim, it wasn't shocking because it was just like, man, these like Christian folk, man. It's all the same. It's all the same. The spiritual practices are the same, and then the people who claim that they know them are the same until you start actually living it. So even with boxing, if you're not living the truth about boxing, we're gonna see it. It's not like we're not gonna see it. We're gonna see it in real time. We're gonna see you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're doing in there. So being surprised that Berlanga gonna get stopped, that Tyreek Hill getting pulled over, it's not a surprise. We already know what can happen. We already know what can and will happen. So you just got to be careful at that point. You got to know when to keep your peace. You got to, bro. You have to know when to keep that. You have to know when to keep your peace. If you don't know when to keep that, you will lose it, become emotional, and everything will go down the drain, so to speak, until you gain your emotions back. I've practiced these things over and over and over again. To the point now, I realize I do not have to argue the truth. And I'm not. It's one thing I'm not going to do. There's no need to argue it. There's no need to even think about it. Once I say what's going on, I'm out of your face. If you keep talking to me, bothering me, that's when I'm telling, hey, bud, I'm done. I'm about to go over here and sit down. Can you leave me out of it? If you keep it up, then that's when people be mad. When somebody go upside your honey-do. Don't be mad. He told you, he warned you. Get up out of here, bud. Get up out of here. You tripping. You're tripping. You know what tripping is? You're bugging. There's no need to bug. What you want to do is stay calm and relaxed. You want to stay calm and relaxed. It's the only way to go. It's the only way to go. Anything else is uncivilized. You're going to be mad. Which is an emotion that you don't have to be. All you got to do is just chill out, relax, stay calm. You know what I mean? Listen, that is a fact. Like when you breathe, this part of your stomach should come out. Not your upper respiratory, the diaphragm. When you learn how to breathe, that is what psychos means. Spirit. Spirit is breath. So when you learn how to breathe like that, you actually help yourself. You actually calm yourself down. It's all about breathing. Knowing when to move and not to move, like boxing. Movement with purpose as opposed to unnecessary movement, wasting energy. Factuals. Do you have any financial tips on saving money from each paycheck from your personal opinion? Listen, if financial advice I have is get a foreign trust estate. Put everything in your foreign private trust estate name. That is what you do. Yes, you should breathe through your diaphragm all the time. Facts. You should. If I'm going on off of what these books say and the Medunet there and how meditation works, I only primarily breathe through my diaphragm. I only breathe through the diaphragm. The reason why is because it put the diaphragm. You see that? You're making your intestines move. It increases the digestion. You see how that's important, bud? It's increasing the digestion. It's dumb important. You want to increase the digestive properties of the body at all times. Because your stomach is where your life force is. If you didn't know that. Your stomach is where your life force is. I'm going to repeat it again. Your stomach is where your life force is. So you want to breathe through that part of the stomach because that is what controls the life force, buddy. The life force is Ra, the electromagnetic forces and energy. Those are the electromagnetic forces and energies. That's why you go to the guts. Because you disrupt a nigga's life force. It takes away his life force when you go to the body. When you go to the body, you literally are taking a man's life force. He's cheap. You breaking him down. That's why I be saying going to the body is with the jab is crazy important. It's not, it don't have to just to do with just going down there. Like that's why I be saying the stuff I be saying, because it got to do with spiritual law, your diet. And that's why if you got a good diet, nobody's gonna disrupt your life force. Floyd jab to the guts, mixed with his hooks downstairs, right hand versus southpaws, man, you guess all night. That's a fact, K-Rob. And that's why Canelo is who he is, and these fighters is who they are, because when you go to the guts, you literally break a man down, bro. Oh, it's gonna be lightweight nip today. You break a man down when you go to the guts, bro. Like when you really get into the guts, you break a man down in there. He be gassed. He be dead. He be dead meat every time. He be dead meat when you go to the guts. Blood. First thing you do is get tired and start breaking down. First thing you do. First thing you do is break down to the body, because put it like this: the chart can represent the body. This is the head. Then this is the stomach. This goes down course to the stomach and the root chakra. You see what I'm saying? If you don't know that, how you don't know the science of stopping somebody? You must go to the body. It's important. You want to break the man's life force down. That's why you think they be going to the Mexican guts. They be going there because they eat a lot of spicy, a lot of meats. That's why you go to their bodies, their diets. Think they're just doing it for no reason? No, they do it because they can't take the body shots. Their bodies are soft due to their diet. They're known in the world as some of the best laborers. So that's the thing why pressure, it's not about pressure with them, because they already put forth labor. Like, they're not thinking about that. What they are thinking about, though, is, man, you're going to go to my body. My body little. I can't take it. It just slow you down. And you already know they got a hard head. Now, you put a black dude in there. No, you press him, he ready to give it up, because black people are thinkers. They like to think. Hey, hit my cash app. Yeah, and listen, you do not, this ain't even this is on the way to your root chakra. It's on the way to it. So it's like, you don't want nobody hitting you in your sacral chakra. That's your water chakra. No, your solar plexus. That's your sun chakra. You definitely can't survive. He punch you in your sun. Your solar plexus is the sun in the body. You got two suns. You got two suns in the body. You got the pineal gland. That's the above sun. Then you have the below sun in the core. That's a fact. It is. So it's like, you do not want nobody chipping away with your life. And that's the thing. That's your solar plexus. That's why you don't have no stability when they start hitting you in your stomach. Because the root chakra is stability, keep you grounded. You don't have none when people start breaking down your solar plexus. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a fact. So you got to be careful. You got to know how to be at an angle to the side so you ain't getting hit the body. Because when they start breaking down that solar plexus, bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So you got to just know that. You have to know that. You got to know it. Hit that cash app. We got science bars of the body today. So you can get your boxing skills together. You know, my brother was just calling me and asking me. I was on here to talk about Tyreek. But yeah, financially, what I'm actually in the process, I'm already got my foreign private trusts and my bond on file for them all the 100 million. Taking control of my situations. What you want to do now, if you're talking about financing, I'm really not into financing. Financing is fractional banking. That's another thing. Like, I'm really not into financing. That's fractional banking, and that's how people make their money off of interest and unclaimed interest and stuff like that. I'm really not into that. Higher consciousness and will. Yes, that's Ra. When you see a picture of Ra, it's not the sun god. He's consciousness and will. It's not the sun god. The sun has its own name. It is known as Aten. Like King Tut's dad name. Ahhenaten. That was his name. Oh, here it is. That was his name, Ahhenaten. Or Ahhenaten. Aten is the son. Then his son's name was Tutankhamun. It used to be Tutankhaten, but he changed it to Tutankhamun. Listen, I'm a good advisor to the world because the information I have is about the spirit. It has nothing to do with the world, with this world. It has something to do with the underworld. The underworld is the root from which everything comes from. And that's why they be trying to call that hell now. Yeah, a lion definitely needs meat, but a lion has enough hydrochloric acid in his stomach to digest meat. Humans do not. That's why it takes so long. And when you eat meat, it automatically decomposes as soon as it's dead. It's starting to decompose. K. Rob said, "Read my last John." Hey, K. Rob said, "Ricardo Pinell got me good one time. 30 seconds later, I felt flooding in the basement. body work ain't no joke. It literally disabled them. That's a fact. Ricardo, no, blood, because I used to be going to his guts. That nigga fact check was acting like he was getting work with Ricardo, and he was not. It says, but you can concentrate the chakra and release a Hadouken. Oh, yeah, most definitely you can. The Hadouken is Hadou. Ha means hot. Like in Ha is actually a divinity of something in Egypt, and it's like resembles the hot desert. So a Ha, which is basically a fireball, just like, and Du or Tu means under, and Ken. Or Khan. Hadouken. Man, cats ain't vegan because they don't know the benefits. No, Tank about to fight Ryu. Hit the cash app. Tank about to fight Ryu. Tank about to fight Ryu. They said. Yeah, it's gonna be time in a minute to get the locks retwisted. What you asking, Flip? From above the rim? I think they're gonna fight at 140 though. I don't know, but I think they about to fight on pay-per-view though. Haney versus Vargas needs to get made. We need to see who willing to really fight they way back. That's a good fight, Rob. Well, I meant to mention that earlier. Jose Vargas and Devin Haney is a good scrap, bro. That's a good scrap. I got Devin Haney. Well, I gotta see that. That's because Jose is fast. You can't take a shot though. I need to see that though. I need to see him. That's a good fight. That's a good call, blood. Jose Vargas will be a good scrap. I can't even be mad at that one. That's a good scrap. Man, some steam burnt my thumb, and it is just burning. Yeah, that's a good scrap, bro. It's a good scrap. I'm going to have to agree with that one. That's definitely a good scrap for Cousin. That's a good fight. Who you think got on that one? I was gonna take jiu-jitsu, Bunny Man said class, but couldn't get a pass, man, land on me all sweaty. Hey, blood, yeah, you say that till they start choking you out. You better respect it, bro. You do not want to be choked out in there. Or triangle. It ain't sweaty then. When your life, you losing it. Sleep. Sleep. Like you don't want that. He said Haney could do him like he did JoJo, but it would be a battle of engagement and chins. Who can make what happen? Yeah, you never know. Jose is fast and he throw good combinations, but can he fight coming forward? Devin Haney already confirmed he's fighting in Australia December 7th versus Paro for the IBF. I did see that. He is fighting Cuz. He fighting Paro. Yeah, it was people better than Mayweather. Like some of them cats in the early 1940s, they had like 200 something wins. Like, are you tripping? I mean, I love Floyd, but Felix Diaz could have been good work for Haney Garcia until he disappeared. No, Terrence Crawford disappeared him. You drunk? Terrence Crawford disappeared him. Everyone Bud fought at 140 moved up, and they all gonna have to scrap with each other. Bud cleaned out 130. Yeah, he really did. Broner did before him and Mikey Garcia had 140. Yup. Ryan Garcia called Terrence Crawford and Shakur Stevenson bums. Hey, listen. He knows what to say, bud. Like, y'all gotta just realize that by now. Dude just know how to talk. It's like he knows what to say, bud. He telling you on Twitter, hey, listen, this is why y'all can't get bread. Because y'all don't know what to say. Like, at that point, it's your fault now. It's just your fault. He literally saying, hey, listen, y'all can't get paid because y'all don't know how to talk. That's what he's saying. Y'all don't know how to get on here and run your mouth and get people invested in y'all. Y'all don't know how to keep attention on y'all. Man, y'all cat, man. He's no different from Charleston White. Instead, Charleston White be talking about political issues in the form of satire. That's why people can't do nothing with him, because he really know what he's doing. Really, nothing you can really say to Cuz. If you in your emotions about anything he said, and you come at him in the public, you can get hurt, and it's gonna be on you, because he's not about to play with you. So it's just like, are you gonna be retarded, or are you gonna act like you got some sense in the public, so you don't get maced or whatever? Anything else is uncivilized. I'm gonna tell you that much, buddy. It is uncivilized. I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't dare do it. Yeah, he just be saying stuff for shock value. Like, you gotta be careful. You don't want to That's the thing when you understand your spiritual practices. At some point, you got to be careful on what you do and how you do it, because what you reap, you will sow. And people just think it comes in all types of mysterious forms of things. Like, so you could think you good and good, but then when you just can't get to that next level, you can't. Those are your own blockages. Those are your own blockages. You did it. You did it. Nobody did it. You did it. Whatever happens is because you did it. It's just a fact. There's no going around it. There's no going around it. I'm sorry. I don't even wish there was, because now that I know I've been knew what it was, but now that I've achieved the understanding of reaping and sowing, I don't care to do anything to anyone, because I know when it comes, because it comes from me quick. I'm a Leo, I'm a catalyst. But you got to be on your Floyd. You can talk crazy and beat a few, but you can't talk crazy your whole career and run through a generation, pause, like Floyd did. Yeah, like at some point, when you get as good as Floyd, you don't need to talk at all in no negative way, because you understand that how much people have paid due to trying to be where you at. And get to the point where you're not in that competitive light anymore. So it's just like, no, like, a dude was crazy out there. Y'all tripping. It's kind of like watching Jeff T talk about them now. It's like, why was you was out there bugging? Why was you? Yeah, I was mad. I was losing. But I'm competitive. Like, was you tripping? I'm not out here to get my pack busted and be losing and looking stupid. Or why do you think that's a thing? It's not a thing, buddy. Not a thing. Think we just out here to get molly slopped? Pause. It's absurd. It's absurd. I got Iris Lundy, Laura. Yo, yup, Bunny Man. Rob Floyd ran through his generation and the next one. Hey, yeah, that's a fact. Floyd really did do that. He was just doing a lot, blood. Floyd got some work, bro. He got real work, because he fought Canelo, and Canelo's still scrapping. And he fought him 10 years ago. It says, LOL. K. Rob said, Bunny Man, he sure did. I forgot about Nello. He passed the torch without losing. Oscar be on them interviews sick. I got Iris Landy, Laura School, and Danny Garcia blood. Are you that high? You can't sit still. Hey, evidently you can't see W, and you don't know how. It has nothing to do with sitting still, and I'm not even that high. I just hit the weed a little bit. I'm actually making me a little sandwich. Like, just for that, somebody need to be hitting my Cash App because I've been on here an hour and 40. And a nigga gotta eat. Would you think I'm just get on here and just be talking to you all day? Nigga, what? Man, I'm not your slave, nigga. So you can't just sit down. No, I can't. I want to make me a little sandwich. I was thinking about going to the store, grabbing something so I can make my sandwich worthwhile. But instead of doing that, I stayed on the live to talk to y'all, and I'm going to keep it simple. But see, that's what I be saying. I ain't in my emotions about eating. I am in enjoyment. You got to watch the words you use. I am in enjoyment at all times when I have a good meal. Who doesn't appreciate a good meal? But if I could just eat something real quick that I like, pause, I ain't gonna trip. But then I gotta just literally deal with people like you coming in and talking about you can't sit still. Like, hey, blood, I do this for life. Like, this is my regular life, my G. I know some people, you go to their platforms, they sitting down and they all in the John. And yeah, well, wait till somebody really paying me to do that. If you want that, start paying for it. If you want that, you can pay for it, but it ain't gonna hurt you. And then I'll be sitting right there talking to you. So you have to pay for the service. That's where y'all be messing up. You have to pay for the service. He high energy. It's all good. Ain't nobody tripping. It's sad that a Negro can't even make him a mushroom sandwich. Says my sis about when I found God. She said, don't know about that. Just confirmation to me. Or you gotta write that clear. Since I've been on here, I've had everything bagel with peanut butter and jelly and a mushroom sandwich. Come on, man. And Dub, see how I'm not at the laundromat telling you how to wash niggas' drawers. Got you. Cut yourself some slack. Not at the laundromat. You don't have to rebuke the spirits, you just ignore them. You recognize they're there and you ignore them. Hey, listen, I never read a book either until I read that Egyptian book and the Metal Nectar. Those are the first books I read from front to back. In entirety. In this incarnation. People from Ohio really don't read books. They do, in a sense, but I had never read a book in my life. When I was in school, I just already knew it. But when the quarantine happened, I actually got time to sit down and read. I definitely read. I got books everywhere. Then, from reading, I realized that I don't know if I'm reading too fast but some of the information I was reading so fast, I was forgetting that I read it. Because I would go back and be like, oh, I gotta read this. And then I'd be like, wait a minute. Why does this sound familiar? And then I seen that I underlined it or highlighted it and be like, oh, snap, I already read this. That's because I never realized, like, when you read, you start realizing things. I never realized that. Well, I did realize it, but I knew it. But I have a certain type of reading style, and I'll always keep a pencil or something when I'm reading, or a pen, and I keep notes. And I underline things. So as soon as I go back and look at it, I read the note and be like, oh yeah, I know, I remember. Then remember, you remembered, you brought it together. Abolishing slaughterings, as they call it in the book. Abolishing slaughterings mean you don't want to distinct anything. You don't want to find a difference. You want to see how I make up the whole. And that's why people really have a trouble with boxing and making up the whole, like as in terms of winning a fight, because they don't know how to put it together. They don't know how to put the offense with the defense. I don't know what happened to them. I wasn't with those guys, the LDBC guys. Well, common sense would tell you that they had all of their eggs in the Charlo and Spence basket, and once Bud came and stole the eggs and brutally beat the eggs into a scramble, pause, alhamdulillah, and ate the eggs with a scramble with some pico on there, some toast, and avocado, it was over with. Dinner done, buddy. What you mean what happened to him? They had a fake movement. The movement was fake. Listen, those things have a season. I thought it was a little delusional myself, but people were in their feminine energy, emotions. Listen, they be in it all the time over they was over Earl Spence, but they be doing it now just with about anybody on these platforms. It's crazy. Hamza, Kev like Crawford though. Oh, I mean, I don't. Who is Kev? I'm just saying in general, like I don't know what happened to them dudes because they was just putting out false information and saying anything on these platforms, just acting like they was really related to Cuz. Yeah, when you do like that, that was such. It was. That's why I was like, man, this is weak. It was so corny. People were just trying to get views though on their channel. They dead now. I don't watch the NFL. I don't watch TV. All I watch is boxing. I mean, I don't really watch none of their channels because they don't know no boxing. It's like that's the thing. Like I watch boxing to learn things. If I come to it's common sense. I watch boxing to learn things. I come to your channel and you're not talking about any boxing. Technically, jabs, crosses, hooks, uppies, slips, rolls, parries, fighting behind the shoulder. Excuse me. Check hooking. Excuse me. There was some gas up in there. Had some spices. Check hooking. Like, come on, bro. Like, they don't be talking about nothing. My man Aaron was in camp with Christian Mobility. He just be putting pressure on. He can't take a body shot, I seen. He'll get his pack busted. It depends on who he fight. Don't nobody really want to fight him until he get a bigger name. You get a bigger name, then they'll want to fight him. Tyrone said, I don't watch TV either. Prefer my own trances boxing anyways. Facts. I don't be watching TV. I'll be sitting here either with my eyes closed or cooking something to eat or laughing on my phone. But I'm not about to be. I've been taking the glances at my paperwork because I'm gonna meet with the lawyer next week. Flipper said the LDBC are all fake. Hey, that's on them. I break down technical boxing, so that's why people be mistaken me and confused about my approach because I'm approaching it from what boxing is about at the end of the day. At the end of the day, getting your brains knocked out, yak out, bang, bang. Once that happens, you're damaged. That's what boxing is about. I don't even know who that is. He got too many acronyms in his name. Like these guys are weirdos, man. I don't even. Excuse me, but they just different. I'm not. I don't blog like that. They're a different type of group. What I would deem as them being weird is just them liking a guy and blocking and doing all that. Well, just tell me technically how you think he's gonna beat him. That calms down all the ignorance. Hey, listen, technically, how is he gonna do it? Hamza, what's your analysis on David Morrell Jr. and David Benavidez? They both need work. It's just that simple. They both don't know how to land a jab. They both don't know how to sit down and execute their jab and make that a weapon. They don't know how to make the jab a weapon. That's a shame. That's what I see. It says, me too, eyes closed, out, you watching nature speak, day in, day out cycle. It says, what's your analysis? Oh, yeah. They definitely need to learn how to use the jab as a weapon. That's what I'll start saying. That is something that people don't know how to do. They don't know how to use the jab as a weapon. Because the reason why people be almost getting stopped is because when they trying to survive and you can stand and just crack them with a hard jab, bang, bang, that enough will be ready to stop them if you got that real spear, sharp shotgun jab like Floyd, man. His jab was so sharp. That jab is the reason why you get stopped. It's busting you up. And then every time it hits you, you don't see the right hand. Why women upset with men compete with them in sports, yet it's okay when Clarissa Shields challenge a man or beat them up. And that's on them, blood. It'll come back to them. See, that's why you ain't got a trip. You reap what you sow. Just think about that. That's a real thing. It happens. They're not just saying it for no reason. It's the fifth law. You sow justice to men and reap it from God. It's the law of the good great grim reaper. You reap what you sow. If you're not sowing good things, you're gonna reap a bad harvest. It's common sense. So that's why I don't even partake in it. I'll just be like, see, one day they're gonna be in that. One day they're gonna be in there. Flip said, I got paid from work. Tomorrow I'm gonna cash app you a Kai real recognized real. All right, flipsters. Good looking. Tyrone Rowe said Benavidez lifts up on his toes when he throws combinations too. Didn't sit down on none of them. You have a point. He does do that. I know exactly what you're talking about because he be like, he come up here and he be on his toes because he instead of squatting on his toes, his legs be because he don't be bending his knees. That's just a fact. Everything you're saying that was a good analysis. That was see those little small details is why you get your unloosened. Those small detailed things. Ty said, yeah, like novices do before they get corrected on the bag, because by being overexcited. Yeah, facts. You gotta take your time. Canelo has power to hurt you at this weight. Yes, he does. Canelo has it. He has the power to hurt you at this weight. So you got to be careful, or you will be the next Memothy.
Hold up.
You don't want that. You don't want to be the next Memothy. Booty tootie. That means get knocked out, butt up in the air. I've been seeing it a lot lately. A lot of a touch tooted in the air. That is not good. See, Hamza zooted. Yeah, I'm always zooted. I just hit the weed a little bit. But yeah, like you gotta be careful in there. You gotta be careful how you close the distance. But pretty much how you do everything fundamentally. But for some reason, some people don't think that's a thing. And then it becomes a thing. When dude run a lock combination upside your head. That's how when you be seeing people get punished. Boom, boom, boom. And then they just be, you see that head back here? Pause, you gone. I seen a couple knockouts like that recently. I was like, ooh, boom. And then, they be sleep back here. Neck moving like a slinky on the stairs. Pause. The nurse tried to say you was skinny. The nurse tried to say you was skinny out here, my G. She tried to say you was a rackhead. She tried to violate you, my genius. Yeah, I was just reading it. He said the nurse gonna try to diss me. You so skinny. LML. It would hit different. I retorted and said, you so single. No, see, that was the trick. You had to say something. If you would have been like, you so skinny, thank you, Queen, and walk away. Hey, listen. That get back, you didn't have to do that. You so single. You thought you was down to her. She brought you down to her level. When she said it, you should have been like, thank you, my gracious Queen, and walked away. She would have been confused. You so skinny. Thank you, my gracious Queen, and walked away. And she would have been hurt like, oh, I ain't even do nothing. I ain't know you so skinny. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I've been working on my weight. So you got to know how to get.
But I cannot see. I'm legally blind. I surgeon. I am a surgeon. I am a surgeon. Dr. Hunt, I am a surgeon.
Dr. Hunt. Hey, listen. You gotta hit them with them nice bars. That's what I was just telling my brother. Like when you so skinny, you this, you that. Hey, it's good. It's good. I ain't tripping. Listen, this is the thing. When it comes to the book, what you say about someone else is what you're projecting from you. How you feel about yourself. That's what it say. Was the person that's saying it skinny? That's the question. Let that one go. Let's hear that one. Let's hear that one. Because it can only go one or two ways. They were saying it because you're not and they wanted to be your size or put on mass, or that you are slim and then they're not slim, so they want to be in better shape. And they're equating it to weight. That's it. It's not rocket science all over the place. And that's when you have to hit them with the oh so gracious master. Oh so gracious. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh so gracious. You body. I'm about to try that. I'm about to have my hands just like this. Oh so gracious. It even sound funny. Because it sounds like I'm saying oh so gracious, like you so gracious, like you the one that's being gracious. But I'm just acknowledging whatever you say. Yeah, nigga, that's why this doesn't happen. Oh so gracious. Oh so gracious, sir. You crushed. You crushed. You crush. You hurt. Now in your side, you're hurt. Your side. It's hurt right here. The side of it is right here. It's hurt. Somebody just went there with kindness and it almost unloosened it. The pack. So yeah. Don't even come with a response. I'm telling you. This is the thing. Even in the metal nectar, it tell you. And this is how you know somebody could liable to get their head knocked off in boxing. When you see somebody just stoic like this, it's over. They're not trying to laugh. They're not trying to waste no energy on what they about to do to you. They chilling. They just sitting there. They're not about to play with you. Yeah, okay. All right. Come out of there, cheeks on fire. Why? Spanked. Pause. You're done. You're done, buddy. You're donezo. You are donezo, buddy. You know what donezo mean? You're done. Get him out of here. Out of here. Talking to me? Out of here. Joy Pirelli. No, fuck out of here. That's what you gotta hit him with. Like you see, this is you know what? I'm gonna say this. It's gonna be funny though. At one point in time, every time this would start making me bag people. I said, I'm gonna respond the totally opposite of what they think I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna do the total opposite. Unless you putting your hands on me. If it's something to where I know you did it, but I didn't physically see you do it, but I know you was the one, then I'm still gonna bag you, but I'm gonna do it the opposite of what you thought it was. You probably thought, man, he gonna come in here and go, hey, what happened? Hey, listen, We shouldn't do things like that. It's not right. Oh, so gracious. And walk away. They're gonna be like, what is going on? What did he say? I'm gracious. What's oh so gracious? The hands folded. Like the saints of the Latter Day Church. Then whatever that is, I had them fold their hands. Yeah, I'm gonna be above one of them. I'm gonna be low. Cause I'm not about to play with you. People will throw low blows at all times. You must humbly step out and let them look crazy. Sit. Sit. And that's what you need to be doing. All the other foo-foo garbage does not need to be mentioned. Keep your head on straight. Hey, listen. Hit that cash app. We about to call it. That was a 2-hour John. I just wanted to go a little over real quick. Talk a little anything and everything. We talking a little any and every. All right, because the outlet is to plug in. Hey, listen, I will be back. I'm in her top.